John Towet should be a happy man. After all, he is a farmer and it's harvest time at his 2-acre farm in western Kenya. But instead, he's anxious as he carefully plucks the youngest leaves from each bush. There seems to be more tea than tea drinkers these days, and the price of the brew has stagnated. In 1999, a kilo of Kenyan tea cost around 122 Kenyan shillings. That's about $1.5. At the end of 2003, 5 years later, prices had only risen by 1 shilling.
$2, not 74. Okay. Thank you, sir.
I won't be too hasty. I'm not in a hurry to uproot my tea. But if the price falls or takes too long to go up, I'll be forced to start planting something else.
The Tea Research Foundation of Kenya was set up to help small-scale farmers. Scientists here are developing clones of tea plants that may give farmers more tea leaves per bush. This means growers can meet demand with land left over for other cash crops. They are also looking at diversification within the sector to give tea exporting heavyweights like China, Vietnam and Sri Lanka a run for their money.
Over time, this particular sector of the tea industry has been faced with a situation where there has been overproduction and consequently there has been a glut in the market. We are trying to research into the development of new tea products. For example, increasingly the green tea market has been expanding and we'd like to tap into that market, and therefore we are trying to develop varieties, for example, and production systems for other types of teas like green tea.
But Kenya's large-scale growers say there are other more serious problems that clones and diversification cannot fix.
The main challenge of the tea industry really is the oversupply of tea worldwide, not only Kenya. And the other challenge is the high cost of production, and in particularly in our country where the wages are going up, infrastructure is falling down and it needs improvement, cost of benefits, medical and other benefits.
One of these plucking machines can do the work of 18 to 25 workers. It can pick about 900 kilograms of tea in just 8 hours, compared to the 40 to 45 kilograms that only the fastest workers can harvest in the same time. Some large plantation owners are already testing machines that may help reduce their labor costs.
Mechanization is still something which is on experimental basis. I will not see that being an issue to introduce it now, but we are doing experiments with a view that if in future we find labor costs going up, we could look into it.
It isn't just the sound of loud engines in his usually tranquil surroundings that bothers James Otieno.
We don't want to see this machine introduced because one machine will replace about 400 workers. Many of us will lose our jobs and be forced to return to our homes. This is our only source of income.
I myself, I'm now 33 years, and if I be retrenched from this place, I think I will possess no any alternative. Otherwise, I might become a thief. Because of without a job, and my sons and daughters, they need daily bread. So where am I going to go?
Small-scale farmers like John Towet don't have big labor costs to contend with, but he's worried about the possible social implications of laying off thousands of people. Good pickers earn about $2 a day. That's 2 times more than many Kenyans live on each day.
It's sad that they want to bring these machines. We small-scale farmers are not happy. We don't like this at all because imagine, if you will, someone has lived here for 50 years with his children. and today he's told to leave. This is his home. Where is he supposed to go? They'll become idlers and maybe even become criminals. Where will their children go? This farm has been helping them raise their children. Some of the children are at the university. If the machine will pick the same amount of tea that 50 people can pick in a day, where will those 50 people go? Where will they find jobs?
With unemployment in Kenya at about 15%, workers in the tea sector fear the worst. The government had promised to create 500,000 new jobs every year since it came to power in late 2002. But corruption and political wrangling has kept Kenya's economy from achieving more than 2.5% growth last year. Meanwhile, infrastructure remains poor, making businesses like tea growing more expensive to run than they should be. The harsh economic realities that hang over their industry escape most workers like James Otieno. All he knows is that the hours spent hunched over hundreds of bushes translates into food, shelter, school fees and healthcare, and soon it may be taken away.